Welcome to another Tech on a Bike video. I've combined my love for mountain biking with my passion for talking tech. In this ride, enjoy some great Tahoe single track and see how we are helping one customer maintain their competitive advantage while improving their managed Kubernetes in K8's world. Listen in and learn more about how this solution is solving those challenges.
All right, so we're going to try to do a little case study on a mountain bike down kind of a medium hard trail. So welcome to Enzu Labs. Oh. We are a place where you can learn about technology, bare metal, next generational change in bare metal and private cloud, containerization, virtualization, all the good stuff. It's happening right now. So today we're going to talk about containers and a purpose-built bare metal solution versus containers in especially Kubernetes and AWS. So we met with a prospect, went through probably a $60,000 POC and built out a complete infrastructure for them where they could do a tremendous amount of testing against their current AWS EC2 and EKS solution, where they're using Terraform and Kubernetes to manage some Ethereum-based solutions. And so we designed it around an AMD processor because AMD is more likely to be the right processor for something like that than like an Intel processor. So that's one thing we test. What we found is they were stuck at about 100,000 read IOPS with AWS and really couldn't get past that. So it was limiting them to one container per node. And that is not very cost effective in the grand scheme of things for what they do. So we were able to come along, build this solution, customize the storage array, and the prospect is able to do at least 3, if not more containers per node. And they drop their CPU utilization significantly, which means there's going to be some additional testing once they go live. How's it going, man? All right. Yeah, I can stop if you guys want to pedal up. You got it. All right. Have a good one. You too. So in the process of developing this solution, we brought in Control Plane to really enhance how they dev and manage their container stack. So we were able to build, and Control Plane is what creates a SuperCloud. So that gives them YAML, JSON, Terraform, you name it, to manage this Kubernetes and Docker solution. And so that was a huge improvement and changed how they're able to interact and how they're able to manage like a global deployment. So they're going to end up deploying in 3 data centers distributed globally. Now, this solution brings to light that while the hyperscale might be easy to purchase, most of the time what happens is you just keep having to buy more and more to deal with the limitations of their pre-built architecture. Whereas somebody like us, we'll take you from a 200 server solution down to a 30 server solution, and you'll be able to run all the same containers at a higher performance, which means you're processing your data faster. Well, that's significant, not only in cost, but it reduces your power footprint for talking about being green, and it increases your revenue. So if you're a $1 billion company and we create a 3% improvement to the bottom line, you're just in the amount of data we can process, you know, you're talking about a nice chunk of change every year to reinvest grow the business to whatever it is that you need to do. So we're super happy to participate in that. I have a lot of graphs, I have a lot of details on this solution that we can share, and it's really going to change how a lot of people interact with their container stack and a lot of times with their bare metal infrastructure, to get away from all these companies that are just doing pre-built. You know, who wants to buy a small, medium, or large when you can actually get what you want and grow your company how you need and make changes when you need to make changes, so that if there's a benefit, new storage, but the chassis doesn't need changed, make that storage change, right? And that's exactly one of the big things we've brought for these guys, is that level of a professional service where they can build the business they need to build to support their clients around the world, and then become competitive in their solution. Right? Market leaders are built because they find competitive advantages in everything they do. How's it going? You're welcome. Anybody behind you?
Just me.
Just me. You know, I'm sure people hear me talking coming down the trail and they're like, what the hell is going on? But this is when I get some free time and can think about some of these things, and don't have a computer going off. It's just a beautiful Sunday morning in Lake Tahoe for me to get out and do some things. Hoop, line that up. All right. The other thing that was real apparent was changing their network topology around this. So it wasn't, so one, they have all the egress fees, of course. You know, they're running S3 storage, which we support, no problem. But now they can run any storage they want, and they don't have to worry about it. So they don't have to upload and download S3 all the time in the current design. And we actually have a solution where they could do the database crunching right on the storage. So we'll see if that's a next evolution for them. But they are fundamentally changing the way they look at how they process data and how much data they can get to their customers and how quickly they can get that data in their hands. That's powerful. Another really important thing to note around this solution is the prospect spent a tremendous amount of time testing. They understood their proof of concept model very well. It was highly documented. I would encourage more people to do that. How's it going? Because a lot of times what we see in the proof of concept phase is people want to test something, but at the end they're not quite sure what they're going to do. And when you don't know what you're going to do, the result is never measurable correctly to know if it's a go-forward strategy. And we are big on documenting what you expect your outcomes to be. So something that we're going to help you walk through is a professional proof of concept.
Well, folks, I just rolled into a new section of trail and stopped talking for the next probably 3.5 minutes because I was cruising along at somewhere between 20 and 29 miles an hour, having a really good time and paying attention to a new trail. So you're going to get a little voiceover now, and I'm going to go into the product in a little more detail for those of you who want to understand it. So when we talk about saying goodbye to the complexity of this, you can literally manage one or more cloud environments effortlessly, and it is a single unified interface. Think this is infrastructure as code. It gives you access to incredible tool sets because of that. So, you know, when you're thinking about building out bare metal and building out a platform with or without GPUs that is designed to your specifications so you can manage how many containers per node, or you can manage how your cloud native application works. This allows you to use tools like S3, GCP BigQuery, Azure Cosmos DB. There's just a plethora of tools that you have access to without having to be in the hyperscaler that the tool is associated with. I think that's something really critical to understand, because that gives you incredible power, and it eliminates, as we talked about, that complexity that comes with multi-cloud platforms, right? The other thing is you can leverage geo-routing, so you can build a global virtual cloud. And so you could be Chicago, Dallas, Hong Kong, LA, Tokyo, you pick it, and you can deploy from serverless apps using Docker or Docker Hub. At the other part of that is you can manage your traffic, right? So you can do a custom domain with automatic certificate provisioning. So you get super good secure communications here. You know, think about being able to mix and match these platforms. So you can flex in and out of AWS as needed. You can mix and match the services and tools. You know, you deploy the apps on Enzu while using AWS data. Run your machine learning workloads and leverage services across all those major clouds. I mean, why not take advantage of that, right? So you would get this unlimited Kubernetes clusters, you know, so you can manage and deploy multiple clusters. You get flexible node pool creations. You can easily add new clusters by simply naming them and selecting Enzu True Metal in your dropdown. You get seamless bare metal integration, so you have join scripts. So just take a join script, put it in, and you're off to the races. This allows for simplified application development, whether you want it to be serverless, standard, stateful, or cron. And container image management, right? So use Docker Hub or other registries. SuperCloud provides an image repository at no additional cost. Robust CLI and UI management, codified automation in a global virtual cloud. I mean, this tool, while it's new to the market, is powered by amazing underlying technology and an amazing partner that we have in Control Plane. And you're going to be able to do big data analytics, AI machine learning, high performance computing, and all the enterprise applications you've ever wanted to build, all while having GDPR, HIPAA, high trust, SOC 2, and PCI security. So enjoy the rest of the video. I just wanted to get a chance to do this quick voiceover and give you some quick facts, and let's get back to it.
So if you're a partner or a customer and your clients are pushing hard in that competitive landscape, they're looking to contain costs, you know, with all the current economic climate, or they're looking to get into the next generation of compute and infrastructure that's designed how they want it, instead of just being stuck with the button they push and whatever hardware is being built by whomever it is. I mean, I got a lot of competition out there, and they do a lot of pre-built stuff in a box, and then you get what you get, and there are advantages to that for certain clients, but for a lot of clients, it's not what they really need, because they are not learning if their application performs better on a particular CPU. They're not learning if it performs better on certain network stacks. And like I said, network is one of the big things that we improve for them. So, and I'm going to touch base on that again for a second, because, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed a little high-speed toboggan ride there. But those guys were on 10 gig networking, and 10 gig networking, well, when you're doing what they do, it worked fine when you have one container per node, but we moved them to 100 gig networking. Their limitation is ultimately their choice now, but our estimates are 6 containers per node pretty easily, and that is a staggering change with dedicated egress with unlimited throughput. So they no longer have the cost variable of all the egress charges that most of the competition, not just AWS, but a lot of the competition in bare metal charges. And so we're able to really help them as a company transform their business model to something usable for them, where they can drive performance, profitability, and everything they need to continue to be a market leader and to change outcomes for themselves in their current infrastructure and space. So, hope. All right. So when you're ready to grow your business needs, you know, think about us. And, you know, partner, think about bringing us in. We are a very technical organization that creates outcomes for customers instead of pricing models. And if you're a customer, we are going to help you get the outcome you want through proper testing, proper equipment, and proper support. Because it won't matter if we build the best mousetrap in the world, you're going to want somebody to support it. And that's something that we pride ourselves in, making infrastructure and cloud computing as simple as a PC through our incredible management interface, and always sticking our customers into tier 2 support, because nobody wants to hear if you've plugged it in or unplugged it that's an IT professional trying to get help. They want to call and they want to get help, and we start our customers there. So hope you guys enjoyed this little rolling case study. Hope you found it interesting, and reach out sometime. If you want to go mountain biking, let me know. Bring you up to Tahoe, fly into where you are, have a little fun. I hope you guys have an awesome day.